Greetings to everyone into this truth, both new and seasoned. And in today's video, I'm going to be touching on the New Year celebration, the history of it, other months, and some of the biblical months. If there's one thing we know for certain, truth speaks volumes. So, January New Year's Day is a day celebrated by the majority. We often hear, New Year, New Me, New Beginnings. The question, where does January derive from and what does it represent? Before answering that, let's go through some facts. During ancient Rome, there was a moment in time there were only 10 months throughout the year, and the months January and February didn't exist. Ancient Rome went through a few calendar changes, the earliest being the Romulus calendar, also known as the Roman Republican calendar, that consisted of 10 months. The start of the year being March at that time, and the year ended in December. The Romulus calendar was named after the founder and first king of Rome, Romulus, who reigned from 753 to 716 BCE. Romulus had a twin brother by the name of Remus, and it said their father was Mars, who was known as the god of war. The Roman calendar later on had some changes, and that was the adding of the 2 extra months, being January and February, which was known as Januarius and Februarius. Around 713 BCE, under the Roman king at the time, Numa Popilius, the second king of Rome, who reigned from 715 to 673 BCE. They added the 2 additional months to align it with the lunar year. The lunar year was a calendar system consisting of 334 days. It was said to be based on the cycles of the moon. So from 713 BC up until 153 BC, 153 BC being the same year January was officially made the first month of the year, it was the 11th month, and February being the 12th by the Roman Senates during that time. It's said January was made the official first month of the year to align it with the lunar cycle and honor Janus. January was named after Janus. Janus is a Roman god of new beginnings, transitions, and endings. He is more than often depicted with 2 faces, one looking to the past and the other to the future. New year, new me, new beginnings. He was celebrated in ancient Rome because he was believed to have the authority over transitions and new beginnings. Romans saw him as a god who could open doors and bring good fortune in the future. That's why New Year's is celebrated. New Year's consisted of feasting, sacrifices such as pigs, sheep, and other sacrifices to honor gods such as Janus. To make clear, Julius Caesar was the creator of the Julian calendar, adding an additional 10 days to the year and introduced a leap year, totaling 365 days in the year to align it with the solar year. Solar year meaning the time it takes for the Earth to go around the orbit, which is around 365 days. The Julian calendar was introduced in 45 BCE, and New Year's was celebrated that same year, the first time in the Julian calendar history. Julius Caesar was a Rome general and a politician. He was a dictator for the Roman Empire from 49 BCE before his assassination in 44 BCE, which came from the hands of his rival politicians. The Julian calendar was improved by Pope Gregory XIII in 1582 CE, and that's when it became the Gregorian calendar. As I made aware before, March was primarily the New Year month in ancient Rome, and they celebrated it to honor their god Mars, who was known as the god of war. The month Martius, now March, was named after Mars, said to be the father of Romulus and Remus. They viewed March as the new year and new beginning because of the start of the spring and the start of their military campaign season. The god Mars was associated with agriculture and war. Now, I'm going to biblically show when the start of the year was and how much months there were. Esther chapter 3, verse 7. In the first month, that is, the month Nisan, 12th year of King Ahasuerus, they cast Pur, that is the lot before Hammon from day to day, and from month to month, to the 12th month, that is the month Adar. It's self-explanatory. Nisan was known as Abib earlier in the Bible during the times of Moses, and after, but was changed when the Assyrians had the Jews in captivity, which took place around the 8th century BCE. Ahaz was the king of Judah when this took place, and the Assyrian king at the time was Tiglath-Pileser III, who was a part of the Neo-Assyrian Empire. The last king of the Neo-Assyrian Empire was Assur-Uballit II, before the Neo-Babylonian Empire succeeded them, Namo-Polassar being the founder and the father of Nebuchadnezzar II, who is spoken of in the Bible in 2 Kings. Neo-Babylonian Empire is also known as the Chaldean Empire. So the word Nisan was just the Assyrian term for the first month. The Assyrians spoke Akkadian, a Shemitic language, so although it's slightly different from the Hebrew, there's a lot of similarities. Almost like Latin languages today. Spanish, Italian, Romanian, English, different, but also very similar. Nisan in the Hebrew means first month of the Jewish religious year, before known as Abib in the Hebrew means fresh, young ears, also Canaanite name for the first month of the Jewish calendar. Now I'm about to show you all the charts of the biblical months in order alongside the Roman calendars. Remember earlier in the video when I stated that at one point in time the Roman calendar only consisted of 10 months. The month September in Latin means 7. October in Latin means 8. November in Latin means 9. December in Latin means 10. Now September today is the 9th month. October is the 10th month. November is the 11th month. And December is the 12th month. From what we can see, a lot has been changed. Just like pagan cultures have celebrations within certain months, biblically, they also have their celebrations. The difference is, it's dedicated to the Lord thy God and no other. I hope I was able to edify everyone in this video today. Stay blessed and stay safe.